it was heartbreaking, but looking back at it in hindsight, what were you studying at secondary school level, and then how did that go into what you did at LSE, which is politics, I think.
Yes, it was politics. So at secondary school, so I went to the UK for boarding school, and I did my A levels in politics, psychology, art, and history. Um, and so that kind of gave me, I was really already limiting myself to the humanities at that point because it is exactly what I love to do. So I knew that when I was applying to university, I was really going for the humanities subjects, but I couldn't really pick out just history or just politics. So I went for subjects at university, courses that offered either politics and international relations or a broader humanities course as well, which is offered at Cambridge. I ended up going to LSE and studied politics and international relations.
Mhm. I mean, you bring up a good point because, well, I didn't get into Cambridge as well, but um, did you think that that really mattered? Because as the time of this recording, a lot of students have just got their offers or rejections from Cambridge or Oxford. So, what do you think about that process? And do you think, well, being rejected by Cambridge was that big a deal?
At the time, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? I'm sure you would probably agree with me. I'm not sure how the other people would have found that admissions process. It is a tough admissions process. It's arduous. You do a lot of work for it. You go to interviews in person. You um, do all the preparation that you can. And honestly, I think everyone who applies and everyone who gets an interview at that point is a kind of you on paper. You've got everything that is necessary, and honestly, probably everyone has good days and bad days, and you're being judged by, I don't know, maximum 2 hours of your time. And uh, it does not reflect on who you are or how much value you hold as a human being. I think at that point, when you are 17 or 18, it feels like the most important thing in the world, but it really isn't. I can safely say that after university or even in university, no one cares. Yeah, no one will care that much. You will be judged by how good a person you are, how you treat other people, by achievements that go way beyond your academic. So in that moment, it feels like probably the end of the world, but I can assure you to anyone who's going through that process, it definitely isn't.
Absolutely. And I think when when I got rejected by Cambridge, and I've mentioned this on a previous podcast before, um, it was heartbreaking. But looking back at it in hindsight now that I'm in Imperial, it doesn't really feel that bad. I mean, at I guess Imperial is also a very tough school. I can't lie,
Yeah,
but
it's an
it's
absolutely great school.
yeah, exactly. It's something about how do you make of your time in university rather than what university you're going to is kind of the more important factor, I think.